Hello and welcome to Vanguard Live Sports. My name is Damlola Ogunshaki, and of course I'm with.
Give me some.
And here, like we always do, bring you what's currently trending in sports and basic things, the football matches during the week and both weekend. And right now, I think before our start, at Temison, you have the latest update on NPFL.
Yes, there was a breaking news earlier on that the NPFL, which was meant to kick off on the 6th of December, has now been pushed to the 27th. The sports minister, Sunday Dari, he addressed some journalists today at the National Stadium in Sulere, and he passed on the information. And he said something that part of the reason why they've not actually started the league is due to the organizers, maybe the league management the league management company, or or I don't know. So he just said part of the problem of not starting the league outside the COVID-19 pandemic is from the organizers. We've been waiting for them. We are meeting with the NPFL to sort things out. Importantly, is that we must do the right things. We must know the number of teams who are ready and are fulfilling necessary regulations to start. We will start with whatever number of teams who have done the right thing. December 27 is sacrosanct. The league will start on that date. That's a statement from Sunday Dari. So here we are seeing affirmative action from him. He's been affirmative. He is like saying the reason why they've not started this, the league hasn't kicked off, is apart from COVID. Part of the fault is due to the organizers.
Yes.
They've not made readily available some information that will enable the league to kick off. Like what he's saying, that they must know the exact number of teams are ready. So from that statement, I can just I can just see that there's a possibility that they've not given that list to the sports ministry, or there's a possibility that the stadium, where they released a list of some stadiums who are certified clear to start, and so maybe up till now they've not gotten any update on that, so it's quite difficult. The COVID thing is there.
We're wondering the other day why we didn't get any information,
Yes.
and because it was supposed to start, and then the next day no information, we're not updated. But talking about them starting now, and I don't understand because this is COVID. We are talking about how many right now. I think the government, they're talking about we're really at risk of locking down the second time. The waves coming again, and we're talking about
starting the league when there's possibly going to be a lockdown. So it just shows the poor organization planning that is wrecking Nigerian football. This is just one of the symptoms of it. It shows you, a country of 120 million people, we should be able to have seasoned and proper administrators to run our league. It's not rocket science.
Yes.
Look at Ghana, look at South Africa, Togo, our smaller neighbors are doing this thing. So why can't we do it? It's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science, really. But seriously,
because how do you catch up? The league is going to run all the way to when? How are you going to force in those matches? So
I think they're trying to prove a point. People are like Nigerian league is dead. That they've not been able to do anything. Ghana league, they're doing something else and all of that.
Because they claim that our league is there.
So they are trying to rush into to prove that the league is not there. Because I read one of the statements where they were like, okay, the league is not there, and many people actually applauded the decision to start. But looking at it from a second mind again, I was like, this is not actually the right time to start it. We're talking about a festive season where everybody will actually be excited to watch the match. You even see people taking themselves on a date to watch the match and all that. And rightfully, we know Nigerians, when it comes to hearing some things and listening and obeying rules, we are not really good with that. You understand? We are like the type of people that want to keep ourselves, and even we find the simplest way to break the rules. That's one thing an average Nigerian will do. So saying that you want to start the league right now, it's not something that we're supposed to rush to. I don't know.
From the statement he made that they have to know the number of teams who are ready, you can deduce from that statement that there will be some teams who are not ready.
Yeah.
So when the league kicks off, and let's say for some reason it runs out to the end and manages to see out, what happens to those teams who did not participate? Do they get relegated to the lower division, or what happens? Do they get some form of fines or penalties. I mean, for you to be a club and you're not ready for a season, that should be a punishment. It's irresponsibility on your part. So how do we go forward? I don't understand.
I think they were supposed to, before this announcement was actually made, they're supposed to make sure, as in be in contact with all the teams and be sure that yes, they're ready before, make formal announcement. But saying that you're going to be in contact, some things and...
If you ask me, I think we should suspend the league for this year. It's gone.
Yeah.
Because the last season it wasn't completed because of COVID. They came up with some points per game and the rest fine. Now the season that should have started months ago hasn't started by December. And there's a good chance a good number of teams will not even participate in the league. So I think there's no point frauding. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. Might as well lose the league for 1 year. Yeah. What do we have to lose? Lose the league for 1 year and go back to the drawing board and come up with something that will last the test of time and something I don't know if it was easy again because I don't know why running a league should be a problem. It's not rocket science. We ran leagues in secondary school. We ran it efficiently. We in boarding house when we have a class league. So it wasn't rocket science with the little resources we had. It ran smoothly. From the first game to the last game, there was no. So I don't know why federal government with all the why government involved, the league management company with the experience and resources are struggling to run a simple league of less than 20 teams.
That is really, really a big question for them to really, really answer. But let's talk about the EPL, the matches for this week. And first of all, let's start with that of the most surprised. Should I say it's the most surprised that we expected? Because I think we talked about it during the week, and I remember I told our editor then that it's so funny because what was currently trending on Twitter then was that Chelsea, they've not been able to beat the top leagues, 13. The top 13 teams, and people low. So it means that they've been lucky with their fixtures so far. So they played with Wolves,
and they're not so lucky after.
And they also lost to Wolves. So I really don't know. It's like they proved the point because as of the day it was trending, the next day they played the match with Wolves and they proved the point that yes, it's true. What you're saying is true because they lost to Wolves. Yes. And it was like Wolves. It was actually a late winner, but it was. But it was a great one from Wolves. I mean, they did their best.
And they haven't really been winning too. Their form recently hasn't been at the best. So to collect that victory against Chelsea must have been very inspiring.
Yeah, it's
confidence boosting for them.
It must, so it was really great seeing Wolves, beating Chelsea, and it's really posing a lot of questions with Chelsea, pressure, and putting pressure on them, saying that you've taken form. It's not jam form, so I think you better do something. Prove that you're not just there. You're not just there with your jam form, like you're saying that it's not the right form and all that. But they really need to do well because it's we saw them there and you're like, okay, they are a strong contender, for the title. They're trying to. We hope that they will be able to try to stay on the top 4 and all that. But it seems it's not really working out. Seeing that they've not been able to beat any team that is in the top 13. So it's really that. But talking about a team that won and it was surprising, and let's talk about Man City and West Brom. West Brom is actually the most surprising because they went to the Man City was home and it was a away match for West Brom, and they went there and it was a draw. But seeing that it was a draw, their manager was sacked.
It's very surprising. Slaven Bilic, it was surprising. He brought them from the Championship.
I think it was very surprising because they're like, okay, it was a draw. Were you expecting them to win Man City in their home?
I mean, anybody who takes a grad Etihad, even if it's a Liverpool, a Man United, or an Arsenal, or a Chelsea, I mean, you kind of, it was our rivals when we came up with the points. So I was shocked to see it was almost like immediate effects. I was surprised, and now it sees the return of Big Sam, relegation expert. If there are some managers in Premier League, if you're looking for a manager who can manage a team with little resources, little quality, let me use the word reduced quality in terms of their playing personnel, and you're in a fix and you need to make this team escape relegation by the end of the season, you look towards the likes of Big Sam, Roy Hodgson, Alan Pardew. So him coming back now, we know, okay, West Brom don't want it to get too late, so they are not locked in relegation battle. Yeah, they have a long way to go, but with a man like Sam Allardyce, he has the experience for exactly what was brought in to do. He has the experience battling relegation, keeping the team up in the league. So let's see if it works for them.
I just hope it works.
But you need to improve your goal scoring. If anything, you can't stay in the league if you don't score goals.
That's a short thing.
You can't escape relegation by drawing at best. You need to score. You need to improve your scoring, and that is something West Brom has been lacking in.
They've really been lacking. And away from that, let's talk about Arsenal and Southampton. Of course, it was a draw, but are we going to say something not really surprising? Arsenal drawing with Southampton, but talking about Southampton, it's so surprising that they're third on the list
because
now.
Arsenal played one match, almost 30 minutes of one match with 10 men. I mean, you could say based on Southampton's form and Arsenal's form, maybe Arsenal were quite lucky.
Well, quite lucky.
Quite lucky. Because they played that match 30 minutes almost with a red card.
Yes.
Gabriel was sent off. The previous match, so red. Maybe there's a disciplinary issue at Arsenal that needs to be sorted out. I mean, they were lucky to come out of Southampton with a point that I think they should have been grateful.
They should have been grateful. It's surprising that Southampton are really third on the table right now, and
they have a very good manager. A good manager at the Ralf Hasenhüttl, who used to be at Leipzig. He brought Leipzig to the German Bundesliga. He spent about 2 seasons with them, and he did very well. So to see him and this is his second season at Southampton. So it's more or less like he has settled down. He was able to get his philosophy into the team. The players have now bought into his philosophy. So we are now seeing it in reality. I don't know if this is going to last or if it's just a blip or something, but I believe this is not just. If he's encouraged properly next season by his investments for players, I think we'll see Southampton continue this trend.
But people are not really interested in Southampton the way they are interested in other teams, because you are not really seeing people talking about Southampton to being third on the table. It's like they're just expecting them just to stay there. They're supposed to stay there and just mark attendance and then move backward later when they're losing for the league.
By the end of this December, with December Madness fixtures, maybe they'll have dropped and they keep dropping. But who knows if they are there by February, March, then you start looking at them for serious contenders for Europe. You start
I believe Liverpool, Mourinho, that's Klopp, Mourinho, and social of them. They're not really seen as strong. But looking at it, they are really third on the table.
Those are experienced managers. I don't think they won't. What's it called? Estimate any rival. No, Leicester won the league. We still remember Leicester's league.
Yes.
Victory very fresh in our memory. So there's no way. I don't think any manager, maybe the fans might do so, but I don't think there's any Premier League manager who see a team in third or fourth by this time in December and right of that team. That's too risky.
And Arsenal, it seems, should I say, they're not really informed when the season just started, and even I think towards last season and towards the end, people were expecting them to really perform better this season. But so far, we've not really seen the great performance from them. Like, they're not really giving us what we want. They're not giving their fans what they want. People are not really hearing from them. So it's just so surprising that Arsenal is, they are considered lucky, to be playing with Southampton that ended the match in 30 minutes with just 10 men.
And I remember one crazy thing when towards the end of last season, when they defeated Liverpool and Man City, I think back to back. And they made Liverpool in the Community Shield. They won Liverpool on penalties. And oh my God, Arsenal fans were this is the season. Yes. Aubameyang contract and everything.
And it followed that what happened when Liverpool won the EPL, I think some years ago, and the next year Arsenal won. Yes. Leeds also got promoted then to EPL, and it's the same thing happened. So they were expecting that Arsenal would do the same thing, and the same thing just happened. Like they won the match back to back that same period. So it was like, yes, it's going to be the same thing. But
things have changed.
Things have changed. Yeah,
he scored the last match rescue, but he hasn't been Aubameyang. Aubameyang, hasn't been on that pitch so far, and it really affected us now because the goals are not coming up from other places. Lacazette for some time hasn't been the best deputy to Aubameyang. Willian, he came in his first match. I think he had 3 assists against Fulham. Everybody was like, nice experience, everything. But so far his performances have been subdued. So I think everybody needs to step up at Arsenal. Everybody needs to step up and contribute. I don't think it's really a fault of the manager. I don't think so. I don't expect things to be rosy now, but everybody needs to contribute. Arsenal has a decent squad. They have a good team. There's no reason why they can't be in top 7. So let's see. Who knows what can happen by the end of the season? Everybody needs to step up their game.
Yeah. Let's talk about Leicester City and Everton, the match that they played on Wednesday. Everton, it was a home defeat to Leicester City, and it was so surprising. I mean,
home defeat to Leicester. They lost at home.
Yeah, Leicester City lost at home. It was so surprising that Leicester City lost at home to Everton. But before the match, it was like there was a maybe it's 50-50 prediction that Everton will win at Leicester City. It's like usual. People are just used to Leicester City, doing great this time around, and the next minute just trying to slack the whole thing and just disappointing their fans. So it's really, really. What did you think about the match when you watched it?
I was surprised, to be honest. I was surprised. At least maybe Everton should have scored or some reason. I mean, Leicester could have scored. Vardy is on. Yes, so when Vardy doesn't score, nobody scores. That's the issue with Leicester. That's why, just like Arsenal, the attackers need to step up. Last season they were brilliant. Harvey Barnes was brilliant. Vardy was brilliant. But this season we haven't seen much from them. Just Vardy pushing on. So for Leicester to maintain any form of momentum or keep this form, to stay in the top four, they have to get their attacking players firing. I mean, Slimani is still there. You need to get these guys firing. If not, I mean, you're talking of Southampton, where some have been decent so far. Man United just need to get decent run of form, and they'll be top four.
Yeah.
Chelsea decent run of form. So it's the competition is incredibly high for positions. It's incredibly high. So for Leicester, they will need to step up. If not, by the end of this madness in December, this fixture rush, they might find themselves out of the top four.
But you see, Alex, he will be performing better at right back, where he has been playing of late. You see him performing better.
Well, I think my best position for him will be as a footballer, as an attacking midfielder. Yeah, sometimes from the wing is nice, but right back he has to play. Some players, it's a normal thing with football. At some point, this is where the coach thinks he can help out better, and he did. But the good thing is he hasn't taken it in bad stride. He has taken it properly. He has played there and he has done well. He's doing well. He gave an assist in the last match against Leicester. I mean, he's increasing his output, so it doesn't matter if he's comfortable playing there and he's doing well. I mean, what's there to lose? It's football. The more positions you can play, maybe better for you.
Let's talk about Newcastle and Leeds United. I mean, Leeds United won in their home 5-2 with Newcastle. It was really a great match for Leeds United, and Leeds United. It seems that this season we are hoping that they will not be relegated again this season, because they've really done well with 5-2 to Newcastle. It was really, should I say it was surprising? Not really surprising for people, because some people predicted that Leeds United would be able to win Newcastle.
When Liverpool and Leeds played Liverpool, it was end-to-end football.
Yes,
they attacked beautifully. They played Man City, it was end-to-end football. So
it's the one thing I learned about Leeds United when they were playing inside. It's like they try to use a little of see other teams' weak points and try to use it and attack them. That was the same thing with Liverpool.
The high line,
they used their weakness. They just played it against them. And
they exploited Liverpool's high line to the fullest. The high line, one ball, they weren't tapping, they weren't passing the ball in midfield. All they did was they get the ball to one midfield and they sprays a long pass and they attacked again, because they know our defenders have pushed up. So there's a lot of space to exploit, and they have fast moving wingers. So when I saw Leeds play that match, and when they played some of their matches, this is an attacking team.
Yes.
Their manager is tactically astute. He knows what he's doing. So when Newcastle, let's be honest, they might be an old team, legacy team in the Premier League.
Yes.
But attacking wise, they're not a team to be feared. Defensive wise, they're not the best defensive team in the league. So when when an adventurous team like Leeds see Newcastle, they are not saying, okay, these guys are seniors in the league. No, they are seeing themselves as equal. We can go at these guys, we attack them. And they did just that, and they came out brilliant with 5 goals against Newcastle. I mean, not everybody gets to score 5.
Not everybody gets to score that.
So this there, they scored 5, and that's a brilliant result that will boost their confidence.
Yeah, that's true.
And everybody, the 5 goal scorers were different. Everybody's contributing from the defense to the midfield to the attack. It's one team, one goal, one mission. So it's not just one man Mupo running the show. Now we are all together, coordinated. So it's brilliant. I don't think they'll relegate. I think we should see them in the league for quite some time.
Okay, they're talking about teams that are really being feared of being relegated, right? Let's talk about Fulham and also Brighton. They played. Brighton is currently 16 to the table, while Fulham is 18, and it was a draw. And I think Fulham was home, while Brighton, it was a away match, and they drew. And these two teams, people were not expecting much, because they've not really shown what.
No bright spark.
They've not really shown. It was like, okay, let's
Brighton
just.
Brighton have shown 2 sparks. They have shown 2 excited starts.
That's all. It just ended there when the season first started, and but Fulham have not really gotten that interesting interesting or motivating match from them. Let me say. So it's same, and the game of, should I say it's the game of the week? Liverpool and Tottenham Spurs. So it's. Before the match, I remembered watching Mourinho and seeing it on papers and interviews where Mourinho was like, Liverpool, they should not give an injury excuse this time around because Salah is fit, Firmino is fit, and the rest they are all fit. Even the person that they believe is injured will still play that day. So I think what he was trying to do that time was like, he was trying to tell them that if if we win the match, don't use injury excuse. Don't use injury as an excuse. Let's know that we won the match. But fortunately, they lost.
But Mourinho anyways, being Mourinho, because when you consider Liverpool actually had injuries, Vanguard Gomez, our first starting 11 defensive partnership was gone. Thiago, our midfield signing from Bayern, who everybody is. When you think of Liverpool's midfield, the first name there, based on quality, is Thiago. We haven't seen Thiago play football since God knows when. So when Mourinho is saying Liverpool do have injuries, it's been very, very unfair and realistic. There's only one reason Curtis Jones is playing in that midfield is injuries. Injuries to the likes of a lot of players. There's only one reason Curtis Jones is there is injuries. Normally Curtis Jones will be playing Carabao Cup or the FA. But now it's started by the last 3 matches. It's due to injuries. So him saying that thing is just typical Mourinho trying to play mind games. Trying to upset the players, upset the manager, different ways of trying. So Mourinho do what Mourinho does. I mean, after the game, what did he say? Say the best team won.
The best team.
Can you imagine?
I saw that thing, and it was like it sparked a lot of reaction on Twitter where they were like, "Are you kidding me?" Mourinho said the best team lost. But it just believed. I watched one of his interviews when it was like, they did their best, but it was just so unfortunate that if it was a draw, you'd actually be jumping because we were so close to winning. But unfortunately, they lost, and still the best team lost.
Wasn't come to Anfield.
Best team lost. It's that statement is what people really don't. It's what people really don't. They're not really going.
There's some managers. If there's a club or some managers, that have affected them, and this press conference they had today will have been taking swipes from Mourinho, but out. The best team loss is ridiculous. The Spurs came to Anfield. They didn't come to Anfield to win. They came to let's see what we can do. Then take our chance if we get some 70-something percent to 20-something possession is. What was the plan? What they did was to hit on the counter. Once there's space, just like Leeds, hit on the counter. I mean, your Spurs, they have Hurricane and Son. Go out there and attack. They're not defensive.
They are not.
Go out and attack.
Yeah, I think the possession, Liverpool was in possession of 76%, while they were just in possession of 24%.
Look at the chances created. Look at the shots. So how can I say the best thing? Look at the passes. We had double their passes. Liverpool made 2 times more passes than Spurs.
No, not double their passes. I think like 4 times their passes because they had like 800. Liverpool had 813 passes, while they had 254 passes. Even the shots 8, Liverpool 17. While shot on target, they had just 2, while Liverpool's 11. So it was like what's the magic they actually use
to win? You don't come to Liverpool sitting back and hope. You attack. It's like going to Man City. You're just lucky against Man City. I think what they used what happened to me against Man City when they tried against Liverpool. It did not work. It did not work. And to be honest, Liverpool was kind of fortunate. There was this ball where they did exactly what he does. Just counter. I think Kane headed the ball, beat the defensive line, and Bergwijn was there. But his shots hit the bar. Lucky for us. Kane had his chance where they gave him the crossing the ball and he nodded the ball to the ground and he bounced. Luckily, if not. But apart from that, I don't know where the best team
there was something I saw where someone like it seems that Liverpool they are really trying to focus on scoring late, winning late, and just to surprise the other team. It was so funny. And there was one I actually saw on YouTube where someone commented, and the person is Carl. He says, the day Mourinho graciously accepts defeat is the day the world will end. That being said, we are all safe fellas. We are all going to be around for a long time. But him saying that,
Mourinho will never accept defeat.
But he will never accept defeat, because sometimes when he talks to you, like, really, Mourinho? But it's just like trying to play mind games, just like you said, before and after.
What he's doing is deflecting attention away from him, away from his players. In a match where his players don't really step up well, or where he makes some tactical faults, he comes up with something that collects the whole narrative. So him coming out to say the best team lost. Nobody's talking about how he came to 150 defensive setup. No. Nobody's talking about how Harry Kane missed some glorious chances. No, he has deflected attention, taken the attention away, and he has brought up a topic of the best team lost.
Yeah.
So by the time you even want to think of the whole sports game news is dead and something new has come up. So that's textbook Mourinho, classic Mourinho doing what he does best, deflect attention away
from his team and all that. So West Ham and also Crystal Palace, it was a draw. West Ham was home while Crystal Palace was away and a drew. And West Ham and Crystal Palace, did you really expect something different from them? Not really.
Anything can happen with this guy.
Anything can happen
with them.
It's just one of those teams that you say anything can happen with them. But you can't say the same with Sheffield United and Manchester United. The two United. It was what should I even say about these two teams? It's 2-3, and it's like talking about a team, not the standing of my Sheffield United. I really can't recall the number, but talking about Manchester United, and should I say it was really a good point for Manchester United or not? Because Manchester United, I think some of their matches now, they've really been receiving a lot of backlash saying that they are not doing best, even though their fans expected them to stay at the top of the table. It seems they are just climbing there and they are coming back, they're climbing there and coming back. So the match with it, what did you see from Sheffield United and Manchester United match?
Nothing surprised. The only thing I was surprised that Sheffield were able to score 2 goals against Man United.
Yeah.
That was really surprising, to be honest. Because I came out, I was doing something, I wasn't watching the match, my attention was somewhere else, and I came and checked. 6 minutes Sheffield had scored, I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, how does Sheffield score in 6 minutes?
Yeah. It was no, I think it's the 5th minute, it's not even 6th.
Yeah, I saw it by the 6th minute, so they had scored before then. So I was like, how does Sheffield score you this early?
Mm-hmm.
So, but by the time you knew, before the 30th minute or 35th minute, all normal service had resumed, and I saw Man United 2 goals up. I came back, checked the second half, scored 3, and I was like, oh. So even when Sheffield scored at 90-something minute 3-2, I did not have my hopes. I was like, this 2 goals they scored is even by luck, so there's no magic coming for the 3rd goal. So I mean, it's good for Man United.
But the number of goals that they conceded is not what their fans are really expecting. They expected that, okay, you're going there and you should be able to, you understand, just to be there. But it's Manchester United. It's something that you expect from them. It's not a big deal.
Their attack with the teams they have scoring. The only thing I was surprised was Bruno Fernandes wasn't involved in everything.
No, it was not. It was just Rashford and
I put in my FPL. I was expecting him to give me some FPL points, but I checked 3 goals, no goal involvement, no goals, no assists. How? Bruno
Fernandes. Let's hope he will still do.
We need it this weekend. We need your points, please.
No, we really need it this weekend. But I know we're still talking about EPL. But when we come back, we'll talk more about the upcoming matches, and we still have more news to give to you. So stay with us. Let's go on a short break. Alright, welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Vanguard Live Sports. My name is Damilola Ogunshaki and I've been with my co-host. And we've talked about the matches that was played during the week. That's EPL and also NPFL news saying that they will resume their match this December. And now let's talk about the weekend matches that are coming up. And there are so many fixtures that are very interesting coming up this weekend, and that includes the match of Crystal Palace and Liverpool. It's like a match that you will say that the winner is very obvious, but this is football. There's nothing that you can't
Crystal Palace, Liverpool, I don't think the winner is obvious. There was once upon a time, anytime we met Crystal Palace, I knew we were going on with no points. It was very, very bad. In Rogers' era, and I think a little bit of early days of club, once we are I see Crystal Palace and it's a problem. We're not winning this match. That's how bad Crystal Palace has been. But for some time now, thank God, things have changed. For Crystal Palace, they deadly team. They have Zaha. Zaha has been on his best prolific form in some seasons this season. They have Ibrahimovic. I think Ibrahimovic is starting to settle into the team. Yeah, he's not scoring much, but he's starting to settle. With time, we'll see results from him. So Crystal Palace is a very, very tricky team. The likes of Townsend, all those who have been there, experienced in the Premier League is solid. See a tricky team, and Liverpool, sometimes Liverpool can just slack. When you expect them to step up,
and this is not the time for them to slack, because currently now they've taken their match, their last one, now they've taken advantage of it, and now with 28 points above the table.
Above them, exactly. You expect them to build on that. That is when Liverpool will now decide to.
People are really, many Liverpools are hoping that they won't really slack this time around, because 28 points, with just 3 points above Tottenham, and they need to really build a lot of gap right now. If they can win this match with Crystal Palace, that would be 6 gap different, and that depends on the Tottenham's next match. And talking about match for tomorrow, Southampton and Man City. I was talking. We talked about Man City not really being a very easy contender, very easy team right now, because they are playing with Man City. What Man City drew with West Brom, and what can you say about them going to meet Southampton in their home and playing the match? So it's something that you cannot really predict. And Everton also will be playing Arsenal. Everton and Arsenal's match. What do you think will happen with their match?
I think Arsenal lose.
Again, it's like a real prediction that everybody's just.
I think
that's what everybody are predicting.
I think Arsenal lose the game.
Arsenal.
I think Arsenal fans need to be patient with Arteta. It's not a one-day thing. It's going to be. It's a long haul. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You have to be patient. The early days of Klopp, I actually called Klopp a fraud. I expected this guy is not good enough. But with time, I've seen. So, you're building something. It won't happen immediately. It comes in. It's a process. From there, initially you see your defense has improved. From there, you see some players have stepped up. From there, your attack is there. From there, you're winning matches. From there, you won the title. It's not a one-day thing. It's a gradual process. So they have to be patient. I think Arteta is good enough. They just need to give him time.
Yeah, there was a time we were really talking about them giving him time, but we know fans are not really patient. They want immediate results, and sometimes you can't. I think they should have used the Liverpool's experience. They should have used it as an experience like a Klopp. It wasn't easy for Klopp, like you said, that many people were really against him when he first came. But see where Liverpool are right now. They're the champions of EPL right now. That many people are trying to pull that, but currently they've climbed back on the table and winning the table. So same should be with Mikel Arteta, and so it depends on the team, and also that still talking about that. Also, Newcastle will be playing with Fulham tomorrow 9 p.m. and Brighton and Sheffield United also will be playing tomorrow, and Tottenham and Leicester City. Spurs again and Leicester City. 2 teams that they can't afford to lose right now. Tottenham can afford. They're Leicester City 4th on the table, while Tottenham 2nd on the table, and I'm very sure they would like to close that gap back with Liverpool. They won't like that gap to be there.
Once that gap starts to increase, it
gets difficult for them to close up, and we really can't see the expression of Mourinho's face when he sees this thing happening.
Yeah, that was like the expression on his face when Firmino's winner went in. When I saw that expression, all I was reading was, this was not part of the plan. This was not part of the plan. I was like, Mourinho seeing his mind. This wasn't part of it. He was torn. He could not believe his eyes. He was torn. So Leicester's match against Spurs, I can imagine he has fired those guys up. They cannot afford to lose.
They can't afford to lose, just like the way Liverpool would like to create a gap now with their match with
because 6 points gap is quite. You have to lose 2 games. They have to win 2 games. I want the chances of that happening quite consecutively. Yes. So once that gap starts opening, it's a problem. So I think you'll be avoiding that at all costs.
That's the main thing, and that's what will happen now. Now talk about Manchester United and Leeds. They will be playing also. The 2 United also, Manchester United and Leeds, and it seems it won't be easy for Man U because Leeds.
Leeds gets that match. Leeds are too adventurous for Man United. They are too adventurous. They would attack Man United. They would relentlessly attack Man United, and we know their defense is not the best.
No, not the best.
We know their defense is very frail and fragile. And Leeds will go and attack. Our last game, I think people should like to watch. Leeds United and Manchester United.
Leeds United and Manchester United. I mean, it's so funny. Manchester United will be home, so of course Leeds United will be coming, and it's a match that they can't really afford to win. I mean, they're sixth on the table right now with 23 points, and they'll be looking for any point right now, any match, to boost and come up, and talking about the fans saying that they can't really afford to lose, and we still have people who are still talking about the goal, the score line with their last team, which Sheffield United, the number of goals that they conceded. So it's really, really something that I expected. So West Brom also will be playing with Aston Villa on Sunday, and Burnley will be playing with Wolves, while Chelsea will be playing with West Ham. Talking about Chelsea, after back-to-back losses, do you think Lampard has done enough despite huge summer spending?
No, I don't know. Lampard it's not doing too badly. It's not doing too badly. He can do better, but also the players who, like I said earlier, they've not been lucky enough to have. Pulisic is an exceptional player. If he has been regular this season, I think we'll have seen Chelsea in a better position, but he hasn't. ZH, when he's fit, when he has played, we have seen what he can do. We have seen his abilities. ZH hasn't been readily available this season because of injuries. Timo Werner, who we know is cause for fun this season, hasn't just gone well for him. Kai Havertz, it's a different thing. In the match where they lost, his performance there was nothing to write him about. It's almost like he's not strong enough. He doesn't have the physicality that the league demands. I couldn't understand why, because this guy from Germany was exceptional. No injury, no long-term injury. So now to transition in England, it's a problem. So what Lampard needs is every player, all those players I've mentioned, those are 4 players who, if they are fully fit and firing, it's a problem for anybody. Anybody. If you have Pulisic on your left, you have ZH here, you have what's his name, Kai Havertz in between them, and you have Werner on top scoring. Jesus is blood. That's the problem for any team. So I think Lampard, maybe has 1 or 2 things to do tactically, but the players need to do something. They need to contribute to. And once they do that, just might be a problem for everybody. I expect them to actually be a problem.
Let's talk about Nigerian players in some of the top flights and leagues. What do you think about their lack of time, game time this season?
I think actually we've actually been blessed with game time. This season. Olaino from Torino, he moved to Fulham, he has played regularly. Leon Balogun was struggling for game time at Brighton. He moved to Rangers. Unfortunately, he had a head concussion injury for Rangers this midweek, but he has been ever present in their monumental drive to the top of the NPFL. Celtic has been dislodged to second place, and Rangers are going up higher and higher. And this season has been surprising. They've done an incredible job, and Balogun has been an essential part of that team. Etebo too went on loan to Galatasaray. He has featured regularly this season. We have this Chidera Juke who signed for CSK Moscow in Russia. He has featured prominent. I think this season our boys are seeing more first team football. That's why we're seeing different names in the Super Eagles camp, different players have been called in. And it's a blessing for us. I think the next step now is to get our boys to top teams, bigger teams where they can showcase their talents, where they can improve properly and the rest. I think that's the next step for us. Because if our players actually get decent recognition this
season, so it's really a nice one. But let's quickly talk about best FIFA football awards before we go 2020. I mean, the time is really against us, and Poland and FC Bayern Lewandowski was named. Sorry.
Lewandowski is the FC
he was named the best FIFA men's player of the year for the first time in his career. I mean, finally.
You don't see Messi, Ronaldo there. Finally, we have somebody different. So, and it's good to see it refreshing, and it's not just refreshing, it's well deserved.
Yeah, well deserved. Yes.
Lewandowski has been ever consistent. So him saying this is a good reward for his hard work and the rest. So I'm happy for him.
Let's talk about the one that the most award that people were really expecting that it's actually, I say it's well deserved, and that's a best FIFA's men's coach award being given to Klopp.
Actually, there was a bit of debate on that.
That's the main thing, because there've been a lot of debate saying that should he go to Klopp or
someone said it should have gone to Hansi Flick because he won 5 titles with Bayern Munich. Yes, that's a very good, strong argument. Yeah. But what you should never forget is what Klopp did for Liverpool's history. This is Liverpool's first Barclays Premier League. This is Liverpool's first Premier League title. Yes, the old, what we used to call it before, the old division, now this is the Premier League title. This is the first in 30 years. After spending hundreds of millions, after changing how many coaches, after many almost there's club finally brings it, and doesn't just bring it, it brings it in style. So, I mean, Bayern will always win the Champions League. They will always win the DFB Pokal. They will always do this. They will always win the Bundesliga. But it's not every day you see a manager and a club almost win the league. How many points was it? It was close. At one point, they lead the league with 22 points. You don't see that every day.
No, you don't.
And this is after pushing Man City all the way the previous season. And this time, he not just delivered in style. I mean, you have to recognize that. You must recognize that.
I think it's
if you are giving it to Hansi Flick, I would not have no qualms with it. Because Hansi Flick was Bayern's academy manager. They brought him up. And he has done incredibly well because Kovac was floundering and they brought somebody with... Yes, he has experience as assistant manager in Germany, but this is club football, it's a different ballgame. And he has slotted in seamlessly and saw the way he won the Champions League style. So if you are giving to Flick, fine. But I mean, club's achievement in Liverpool.
And I think it's the achievement. Because people were expecting Hansi Flick to win there.
I mean,
but being given to club, it's based on their achievement. I mean, 30 years is not beans. I mean, it's really something well deserved. So it's really something well deserved. And Germany and FC Bayern, Manuel Neuer was chosen as the FIFA's best FIFA men's goalkeeper.
Well, guess what? He did not make the FIFA's 11 for goalkeeper. So I don't know how FIFA. It's based on voting, so I mean, it's understandable. Alisson got that nod.
Yeah.
So if Alisson got the nod to enter the best team of the season, I don't know why he's not the best goalkeeper. But it's all good.
While thousands of football players from around the world cast their votes for this year FIFA's men's World 11 and the FIFA Pro Women's World 11 section. But of course, we would have really loved to talk more about this and some of the people that won, but time is really against us. I mean, we've really used over 42 minutes. That's a lot today. But of course, we had a lot of things to discuss, and that included the matches that will be coming up this weekend. And you can always look for us to update you on the scores on Monday when we come back, to review the scores. And yes, the weekend matches, and of course we'll always tell you and give you, and of course Temison is someone that will always keep up with it, and when you want to get more of a Liverpool story, you can always get to him. And talking about more of this information, you can always get it on our website, and that's www.vanguardnj.com. and also follow us on social media platforms. Always subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch more of our interesting programs and more things. Of course, we still have another show coming up, so stay tuned and don't go anywhere. But from Vanguard Live Sports, it's bye from me, Damnola Bushaki, and also from my co-host.
Have
a lovely weekend.